Good morning, everybody. My name is Zack. I may not can analyze every team, but I can analyze the Atlanta Falcons, which is my predominant team. We're looking at a different year this year, coached by head coach Dan Quinn, which we all know came from Seattle Seahawks. And in this scenario, a lot of people are predicting to get coach of the year, which I would love. That means Atlanta will have to make a playoff appearance. But as we see, we're going to have to break down the Falcons. The Falcons are stacked offensive and defensive skill positions. The only thing the Falcons lack is the trench players. And with a breakdown of that, we're just going to have to go by schemes. We got the right line if we're going off a Kyle Shanahan scheme. They're slender. They're a little bit more slender in a zone block. But they're not good at what they do. We don't have no elite people on either side of the ball in the trenches, including defense. But defense, I think we're a little bit more stacked in the trenches because we have players that's gifted in one aspects of the game. They're not all stars like J.J. Watt or Noah Kasul, but at the same time, we have people like Claiborne, and we also have the rookie Beasley that could constantly get to the quarterback. And then you have Bavano. You have Bavano, you have Paul Saul, and you also have Rashard Hateman that can consistently eat up block. Rashard Hateman is actually an X factor. He has all the talent in the world, but he also has low football IQ. And judging off that, I'm a strong advocate in your secondary is only as good as your defensive line. If your secondary could generate a decent or either a great pass rush, you have defenders that can constantly assail. And I think Desmond Trufant is one of them people that assail with a weaker defense. But if we generate pass rush, this joker right here, man, sky's the limit for him. He could easily be a top 5 cornerback in the league. And at the same token, I like Claiborne. Claiborne, he really showed out this preseason. He actually had averaged a sack per game in every preseason game. So that translates to a second and a half per game in the league. But you know he's gonna see double team if he constantly do this feat. So we'll see what'll happen when we get the double teams. We gotta stay healthy. And judging back to the trenches, these players, we have great depth. Like I said, we don't have an elite defender on the defensive line, but we have great depth, that situational pass rushers, and the depth that we have, we can constantly should be able to get to the quarterback. We might have to form some more exotic blitzes, but I think if Dan Quinn can hold to getting that coach of the year, we may be legit on defense. Going back to the offense, I feel like Matt Ryan, he's a stud. He is probably the best tier 2 quarterback out there. Matty Ice, they don't call him Matty Ice for nothing. He has ice in his vein. And the thing about it, I want to see Julio Jones play a complete 16-game season without any nicks, bings, or anything. Hankerson, I haven't saw too much of. So, they say he's a little bit faster than Harry Douglas, but Harry Douglas was a good route runner. He had great hands. And if Hankerson could beat anything close to that, we'll be good. The running back situation is what it is. I think I'm a strong person in thinking Steven Jackson wasn't even trash. But he could never get ahead of steam going because the offensive line is so weak in the run scenario. So we're going to have to, I believe, throw them off by passing on first down a lot, running screens a lot. And then I think that'll set up the running game. As long as you can keep a defense guessing, the running game will still be effective. But sometimes you have to go about doing it a different way. Zone block scheme, we got the correct running backs for zone block scheme because we don't have any running backs that's going to just run over you. But we have 3 good one-cut running backs. Antonio Smith, Desmond Trufant. I mean, not Desmond Trufant, I'm sorry. Freeman. And we also have Antonio Smith. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. The rookie Tevin Campbell. And then with Tevin Campbell, he's that one-cut running back that I believe can make a difference. He has the best speed of running backs, him and Smith. So we'll see how that goes. Linebackers. Paul Wallow, he's a beast. He's a beast in tackling. He's not gonna miss a tackle. He's the most surest tackle we got, but we always keep a core of linebackers. But in passing game, he's relatively weak. So I'm guessing if Reed stays healthy, and then we also got Durant. In nickel situation, you're gonna have to take Warlow out. You're gonna have to sacrifice that run in the 3rd and 6 scenarios. I think Durant and Reed can actually handle that, but we actually need them in passing game because there's our most pass type linebackers that we have. Judging on the secondary, William Moore, he's still a headhunter, but at the same token, he has to stay healthy, and he's losing a couple of steps. But I think with Ishmael backing him up, I think actually with that 2-head combo, we should be straight. We should be able to stay healthy. William Moore is kind of at the end of his career, but he always find a position where he can make a play on the ball. Ricardo Allen, I saw Hard Knock last year. Didn't see him too much. I didn't catch preseason too much. But Ricardo Allen, I believe that he always gives an honest effort out there on the field. And I guess that translated him to a starting job. If it doesn't work out, we do have Godfrey, who's a proven safety. But I don't know how great he is because you know how Carolina defensive line always was on point. So, you know, we spotty on the defensive line. So, we'll see how that goes. The only thing I didn't mention was our other cornerback, Robert Alford, which he's decent enough to guard any second receiver. Collins was supposed to challenge him for the position, but he kind of slacked off. We also have Southworth, who was projected to get cut, and he actually still made a roster spot. I like putting him in nickelback on Madden because he just got speed, and then he's there with the height also. But I never actually really seen him play, so I don't really actually know how good he is. Special teams is like one of our backbones. I mean, we got Hester. We got actually 2 great return men, Hester and newly elected captain Eric Rings. Well, and then, you know, Matt Bryant, he's just accurate. Anything 45 and short, he's just accurate. He's going to hit it every time. We got Bosher as the punter. And with him punting, you know it's going to be pretty electric. I'm not too much worried about special teams. We don't give up big plays, and we make big plays. Our plus minus on special teams is just outstanding. We just have to be plus minus getting the ball. And hopefully, I hope a defensive coordinator, head coach really means that much to the system, because we'll actually be able to get out the pass rush a whole lot better. That's the only thing we really was lacking. And then also the offensive line blocking. This is signing out on my. Well, before I sign out, let me just tell you, they took. I think Quinn is gonna probably make Adrian Claiborne like a Michael Bennett. You know, he got Michael Bennett from Tampa Bay, and then made him good not only in the pass rushing game, but he was good in the run game. So if we could get that production from Adrian Claiborne, and then we got Beasley, which he really didn't do as much in the preseason, but if you see Beasley, man, has to be about 6% body fat. Beasley is smaller for a pass rushing linebacker. He's more like of a 3-4 linebacker to me, but he's smaller for a Leo. He's smaller for a Leo, and he actually can be the X factor if he can constantly, because he hasn't been in the pass rushing position his whole life. He was converted over, as you know, at Clemson, but we'll see how it goes, man. I'm really electrified for the game, and I will be to the game tonight, live broadcasting. I just got to make the trip up there, and we're about ready to do that. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm really elated by Atlanta.